see Carlos more. You guys?
We're gonna be rehearsing tomorrow. You need some sleep.
Yeah.
Gotta look good. Gotta relax. Take it easy. Take it from there.
Okay, no problem.
Rehearse. Meet people. Break some noise. Break some legs. All that good stuff.
All right. I'll see you guys on Wednesday then.
All right. Take it easy. Be well.
You guys take care. Bye.
Let's take a trip. All right. Here we go.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká wá sowọ́pọ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká wá dìrà mú, ẹ jẹ́ ká wá sowọ́pọ̀, ká ṣọ́ra wa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wá sowọ́pọ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká wá la ojú, ẹ jẹ́ ká wá sowọ́pọ̀, ká ṣọ́ra wa. Ìrìn àjò la wà nílé ayé o, ìrìn àjò la wà. Ìrìn àjò la wà nílé ayé o, ìrìn àjò la wà. Àsìkò dúró dẹnìkan ṣoṣo rárá, kó má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ lọ o. Ilé ayé ń yí lọ bí òrùlé, kó má dúró dẹnìkan rárá. Ó yẹ ká tẹ̀síwájú, ó yẹ ká rántí ọ̀la, ó yẹ ká bójú wẹ̀yìn, ó yẹ ká dákẹ́ ẹkún. Ara ẹyẹ parọ́, ara ẹyẹ jalè, ara ẹyẹ sọ̀sọ̀kúsọ. Ara ẹyẹ parọ́, ara ẹyẹ jalè, ara ẹyẹ sọ̀sọ̀kúsọ.
Right, we're here at Felabration, and I've just spoken to, well, I haven't spoken to, I'm going in to speak to Carlos more. I'm going to see Shiji, Bantu, Yeni, everybody else. It's a symposium today, and we get to speak to a lot of people, and we'll cover the show best that we can, and we'll take it from there. I am still talking a lot of rubbish, but hey, that's what the show is all about. We get to do what we want to do, and we enjoy ourselves. So we go.
As African people, we need to understand something very important. We have all witnessed the Second World War. What Hitler did to the Jews. In 6 years, there is footage. That means there is the documentation of what happened to the Jews. So when you watch the film of this, you must even have to watch the film, try to watch it. When you see what Hitler did to the Jewish people, you will cry. What he did to the Jews. So when the Jews want to talk, the Germans have to always apologize. Generations upon generations must be telling the Jews, sorry, those that did not participate, they have no business with the war. Forever and ever, the Germans will say, Jews, sorry, sorry. That is what America and Europe must be saying to Africa.
No, it's no problem. No, it's a problem. He just
Come to the hotel. Okay. Sit down with you.
Okay, so what time they come?
what time is it now? So maybe let's say 6:30. What's the problem?
6:30 is fine.
6:30 is okay. You know when the hotel.
book was written in 1981, 82. It was published in 82. So that was 28 years ago.
28 years ago.
Yeah, it was just...
This was done 28 years ago.
Right, it was published
And
first.
this one is done now. This one was reproduced, released again recently this year.
Yes, this is just released in Nigeria. This is the first African edition. This is the first time it comes out in Africa. That book came out.
It's been selling for 28 years.
It was written 28 years ago. It was published 28 years ago, and it was published first in France because I wrote it in French. The book came out in French, and then 6 months after, the translation in English came out. So this book, the title of it was "Cette putain de vie" in French, which translates as "This of a life."
But do you think Africans generally, do you think they're getting closer to actually being together, understanding their own culture, who they are, what they are? Do you think we're getting anywhere there?
The elites have absolutely spoiled this. I mean, the last 50 years has been a disaster. These ruling elites in Africa have destroyed, demoralized African peoples in the continent and out of the continent.
After, not even 30 years after apartheid, black people are in power. The women, you can't find a woman with natural hair in South Africa. It's nothing but wigs. If they don't straighten their hair, it's wigs. I don't see white women wearing wigs which are kinky hair. I've never seen it. I've never seen white women, wearing braids like black women. I've never seen it. I don't see Chinese women doing that. So globalization is going in only one direction. We're more than friends. We were brothers. But we clashed all the time. We clashed because Fela was arrogant. Fela was very arrogant, very ego-centered. Fela had a big ego. And then Fela was always surrounding himself with yes people. There were all these people who were adoring him, they loved him and they adored him because Fela was a very charismatic person. Fela was a generous man. He loved Africa and he loved the common man. He loved poor people.
Have you seen the Broadway?
I haven't seen the play. It was based on my book.
I was just about to ask you that.
Everybody has seen it, and
it said it's based.
It was based
on
yeah,
the book.
it was based on.
And
I'm
I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
No, I didn't want to go to see it because, for many reasons. Because there were issues. I mean, they tried to buy the rights to this book. They tried to buy the rights 4 or 5 years ago, and I refused to sell it. So what they did, they said they were going to do it anyway. Their lawyers said to my people, to my agent, well, okay, if Moore doesn't sell the right to do it, we're going to do it anyway. So that they went on and did it. So I thought that was pretty brazen. So let's say that we have issues. We have issues. Let's say
I hear there's a film coming out that's also based on the book.
That's true. What they did is that they got another book to cover it up. Because this is the only book which is the meat of Fela. This is Fela speaking.
Yeah, he actually signed this book. I mean, I've gone through it and it's so...
Yeah. Fela had to authorize it. You know why he had to authorize it? Because no publisher would have published it. Because I wrote it in the first person. I wrote it as him. So therefore the publishers were scared. They said, Fela will sue us and we will lose everything we have because it's impossible for you to write a book as him if he doesn't authorize it. But Fela had authorized it. Fela had called me to do his book. So I'd known about his life. So what I did, I had taped extensively. Fela called me, had me called, he woke me up. I was in Paris working as a journalist, and this is 1981, and he had me called up. And I was told that I had to get on a plane urgently and come the next day to Nigeria because Fela said I had to write his book. So I had extensive recordings. And then it ends up by telling me that he's going to end.
You still have these tapes?
I have these tapes. People have wanted to buy these tapes. I have never sold these tapes. I mean, this is not for money. I don't do these things for money. I didn't write this book for money. And it's still not for money. You see, I have a pact with Fela. We had made an agreement. He told me, don't betray me. I have trusted you because my mother came and told me that you should write this book. His mother had been dead. He had been having these conversations with his mother. So I have had these recordings of his conversations with his mother. All of these things, a lot which was not in the book, these recordings with the conversations, I didn't record. I have the recordings, but I didn't put it in the book. Because it's something which was way beyond what normal people would have accepted. So he told me about these conversations with his mother, and that his mother called him and told him, now is the time to write that book, and to call that your friend, the Cuban,
To come and do it.
to come and do it, because it's he who can do it. It's he who should do it. When I was here in Nigeria, fella would take me out on Tuesdays. You know what fella would be doing? All of that, fella was making a lot of money at that time. Fella was a rich man at that time. You know what he was doing with his money? I would go out with fella. He would put them in bags, put 2-3 bags full of money, and go to the poorest areas. No journalists, nobody looking, and distribute the money. I saw fella doing that.
My name is Akin.
All the blues. All the blues? Just before you go on stage, blues. 5 minutes before any show, I just want to go for that.
Okay, what about you then?
I look forward to sharing the stage with Shiji. We've never been together on stage before. We've rehearsed our asses off and it's going to be fun.
I think so. I know the both of you. I think you're going to do a great job tonight.
As they say in the theater, break a leg.
Listen attentively. Are you ready? I said, are you ready?
with your thoughts, with your sight. Now serious one, I meant a fight. Time to take a stand, decide. Are you principled or blind? My brother, make you shine your light. Clock they tick, you no fee hide. Unify and not divide. Stay alert, reclaim your right. Study history and find the missing link as your guide. Hold your head up and stride with all your glory and your pride. Listen attentively. Listen attentively. Listen attentively. Listen attentively. They no fit block our road, oh. No matter what they do, they know. Say the truth, go rise and show. Shame me, them be welly, yo. Embarrass and expose all them underground the flow. As when they go, they do and low. We they wash them so. Alarm must ring, alarm must blow. Far we go, they scream and go. Make you get it ready, yo. No settlement, wait it, oh. Carry your euro and go. I know before sailing, yo. Listen attentively.
So, Bantu, how was your show? I want to hear from your mouth.
It was intense and crazy, and it was good energy. The crowd was feeling it, we were feeling it. We just rock and roll, baby.
How do you feel getting a book from Carlos himself signed to you personally for you?
I am elevated, happy. I've always prayed that this book will get reissued again because I have the original, and now being done in Nigeria, perfect. Thank you.
Now we have YK, Yeni, Kuti. Say hello. Just say hello. Well, we shall talk to her later. And this is Jeremy from Cassava Republic. They're the publishers of the book. They reissued the Republic, they reissued the book in Nigeria. And Cassava Republic's actually Jeremy and his wife, Bibi.
Yeah. And it's cassava because it's nutritious and it's available everywhere, and it's Republic because we need to get rid of any vestiges of monarchy, hierarchy, pygmalism, Ogre syndrome. Cassava Republic.
Cassava Republic. I'm sure you'll hear more from them. And we have one of the people who's enjoying Felabration. What's your name?
A.B. Atawadi.
And what do you do?
I'm an art director.
She's an art director, so she's in the arts as well. So ladies and gentlemen, we shall be back. I think Neka's going to play very soon. And before we go to Neka, let's talk to Shiji. Shiji's right beside me. And Shiji has never performed at Shrine. So I want your impression of what you feel of Shrine all of a sudden.
Quite an experience. The energy, the vibes, the sound, the vibration, so much fun.
Did you feel it?
You bet I did. I saw you.
The people. I was up there. I was up there dancing and shouting and singing.
I had a beautiful time.
I'm glad you did. So we'll see you around the week.
Around the week somewhere.
We'll talk to you later. Come and talk to you. Have lunch with you or something, and we can actually discuss. You can tell me about New York. I love New York. I live from New York. I need to live in New York. All right, Shiji. Thanks very much. I'll talk to you later. Cheers.
In the morning Yo, it's Beezy. Yes, sir. TK. Yo, GK, you know I tell them about Music Monday. Tell niggas say whatever they want. I mean, man, what we doing, man? What we doing? Okay, I'm just keeping it real. Flow so cold, I'm just keeping it chill. Kill it when I spit it like I'm keeping that still. This crown on my head got them peeping me still. I'm kicking it still. Cause believe me, it takes more than a few words to harm me. I'll be sending salvos towards your army. And mommy, there's only ever 2 words to scar me. Saying BZ lost, it's unheard of, you know what I mean? Cause I be on a level on some other shit. I stay fly, I'm getting by in my mothership. While you talk trash, run you undercover shit. I don't front, homie, I don't even bother with. Cause I'm focused.
So how do you enjoy Felabration? Is it better this time of the year? Work-wise? Sell mostly, Abby? Yes. Are you here every year, all year round, or just Felabration? Yes. Eh? All year? All year. But for doing Felabration, plenty business, have you?
See, here I sell indomie, egg, toasted bread, sell chicken, coffee. You know, we garnish it with a lot of spices, green peas, vegetables and cool. And this celebration has been a great one. Of course, this celebration, because of there's a lot of market, we sell very well more than any other day. So we are very happy to be lucky to be among those that sell the celebration season, because a lot of businesses and markets. So there's a lot of things to make in Felabration.
Now we're back in Felabration 2011. We're outside Shrine. We're trying to talk to people who are actually involved in Felabration, how they get on doing Felabration, how businesses doing Felabration, and what it does for them. We've spoken to the Indomie man, as you've seen. We've spoken to the Suya guy. Now we're talking to people who actually do drinks. They're set outside Shrine, and we're going to talk to a gentleman who's selling inside outside Felabration. What's your name?
My name is Masili.
Okay, you sell drinks in Felabration all year round?
Yeah. Okay. I'm helping my sister selling market at Felabration.
Are you here all year round or just Felabration?
I'm here all the time.
All the time?
Yeah.
How business in Felabration?
Felabration is a great festival. So within our outside here. And many people will come straight. Many people will come to Felabration. You understand now? We are selling many things. So you see people sitting down in front of Felabration. Shrine, enjoying themselves. So people like to come to Felabration during the Felabration time like this. You see foreign people come here again and enjoy themselves. Okay.
This is the Felabration special. I'm here with Babatunde, who's just come off stage. Gave a lot of energy to the city. It was fantastic. Now Babatunde is with us, and he was going to tell us more about what he's been doing, what his music about, and how he feels about Felabration.
First of all, man, respect to the legendary Fela Kuti. This is Felabration. It happens every year, and we as artists, we need to support it, and that's what we basically came out here to do. My name is Babatunde. I represent the Street Kings movement. My album is coming out beginning of the year, as of 2012. You know what I mean? I got a single out on air, the video with Mode 9 and Shogun called Money on My Mind. I have a single on air video called Consequences featuring NECA. I got a lot of stuff I'm cooking up, man. Jarman, Benny Paladin.
What was that like working with Neka?
Oh man,
Neka was here last year and she did very well. But what's it like working with Neka?
Oh, it was crazy, man. I basically just got off tour with Neka. You know what I'm saying? We were all over Europe, and I mean, she's a superstar. You know, we see her over here with the afro looking all rugged, but I mean, basically Den Haag Liberation Day in the Netherlands some months back, there were about 100,000 people there, and I mean, at least 50% of those people knew her songs word for word. So shouts out to Neka, who's featured on the track.
I love her music. I always listen to the stuff. Absolutely. So you'll be here next year again?
I'll be here next year. By then the album will be out. Street Kings, your boy Babatunde featuring all of Nigeria's hottest up and coming artists. By this time next year, you'll know about them. And that's the whole concept behind Street Kings. Empowering guys, whether you've got money or not, man. Putting my money and my focus, my energy behind guys, bringing them up with me.
Saying that, Fela did a bit of that, people did not realize that. Because I was in California last year, and he talked about how Fela actually used to gather money, go to rural areas, and give money out to people and encourage people. It's good to know that more people doing that. It's an absolute pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet you. See you soon, right?
Respect to the legendary Baba Fela Kuti. One love.
They were on stage with Babatunde. I met them earlier on. Nice guys. Took a couple of pictures with them actually. Meet them. They're going to introduce themselves to you. What's your name?
Yeah, we are the lead, the Kilimo Masters. You know how it is. Yes, Kilimo. Yeah, we are the leads. You know, we did something with Babatunde. You know, tonight it was banging, it was hot. The Felabration, man, it's hot. It's still going on out there right now. If you're not here, you're missing something. Yeah.
So tell me, you performed with Babatunde tonight. Are you a band of your own as well?
Yeah, we are a band of our own. We are the Kilimo Master, like you said. We're doing number. The other guy is not here, Mayaki. And the recruit is IKC. Together we are the lead. So we still got some things coming out right now. We got some tracks, some hot stuff coming out.
What kind of music do you guys play? You can't play the same as Babatunde's, like hip-hop-ish. What is it?
No, we do Afro dancehall.
Yes. Afro dancehall.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's interesting. It was really cool to see you guys on stage.
Thank you.
You guys have fun.
Yeah,
I hope you're going to stay for the rest of the week as well.
Yeah. We will.
Nice to meet you. And we'll look out for your records and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to get one of those.
Yeah. Watch out for Kilimo. Watch out for is on air right now. Kilimo Masters. Oh yeah, dance Kilimo. Dance Kilimo. Dance Kilimo. Kilimo. Dance Kilimo. Kilimo. Dance Kilimo. Actually, he's gonna be the Kilimo Master. You know?
Yeah. Kilimo.
And we have some Kilimo babies around.
Yeah, you're going to see them pretty soon.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice one. Nice one. Cheers. You got the Kilimo Masters there. I shall be back.
You make bad man, you make bad man, wanna take you home. You make bad man, wanna make you home. You make bad man, wanna party in the club. You make bad man, wanna pop some more. You make bad man to come with you. So man, I go anywhere you want go. Julie, me love the way you shake that booty. I know if you please you is my duty. To please you is mine. Yeah. So make you whine for me. Shorty when you back it up. Now when you move for me. Show me that you bad enough. Now baby, move to me. Show me that you got that stuff. So baby, whine for me. Ooh. True say me love it. Man, I watch her move a sexy body when me ask her for her name. She tell me see her name a Karen for real. Sing. But me not go pay your bill, me not go take you go a foreign. Man, I give you rockin' if you lucky. Do you never hear about me? Me not ready for marry. Head all you take to make me happy. Send for me the sexy body girl with a nice round body. Call her friends on my phone, baby, we can have a party. You see me? Me a the girl them savior. Me a the girl them champion. So me a tell them to whine for me. Show you when you bag it up. Now when you move for me. Show me that you bad enough. Now baby, move to me. Show me that you got that stuff. So baby, whine for me. Ooh. That's how they think go. You make bad man. Sure. She say you are cutie. I know if it please you is my duty. Yeah.
Hello, welcome to Felabration 2011 again. I'm here with Bez and he's got fantastic stuff to show tonight. And if you've not had a Bez, I'll be really shocked. It's all over the place, it's making waves and the music is fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bez. What have you got to say to the fans?
Really awesome. The people are really accepting the music here in Nigeria and in this place in Lagos and around the country. Well, I of things coming up. We have videos coming up. We have more music coming up, and we'll just look out for the videos, for the live videos we'll be putting out, and for the live shows we'll be having across Lagos and across the country.
Actually, I saw one of your videos, which I saw a small bit on TV talking about one video that was a bit morbid, so to speak. People thought was morbid, and you were telling them about how Nigerians feel about it. I said that it's really nice, and we're looking forward to that. It's the first time you're playing at Felabration. How's that? How do you feel? How do you feel about that?
I feel excited and I feel sort of like anxious at the same time because I've not really performed to this sort of crowd before, in this space. So I'm just waiting to see how I work it. So like I've been doing a lot of battle in my mind.
I'm sure you're gonna work it. I've seen you play a couple of times. You do work the crowd, and I'm sure you're gonna do it. I hope you come back to Felabration. It's nice to see you, and we hope to hear more from you.
I hope I will come back.
You want to tell us about that we should look out for? I know you have a new album out.
Yes, I have an album out. It's called Super Son. You can get it on iTunes. You can get it at Silverbird stores, The Hub, Jazz Hall, a lot of stores, especially on the island. The Surulere as well, in the shop right in Surulere. So we're gradually, distributing the album through shopping outlets.
Nice one. Enjoy Felabration. I'm sure you're not.
Thank you for having me.
Break a leg, as they say.
I will.
Take care of yourself.
All right.
Stand your philosophy. Listen to my ideology. When you made a public at the back of the day. So take out a tree in your eye before you see the peace of mind. Funny how the world is. The rain falls, summer things about an ugly too. It's funny how the world is. The sun shines, something things about an ugly too. Call me. Yesterday about 90 things that we do to make some kind of style. Maybe we can meant to be that way. 100% is unattainable. I just try to be the best of me. I used to try to be the best of you. Just know that we are made up to get the bad enough guys. Running out words. Great falls, something think about another too. It's funny how words. The sun shines, something good about nothing to do. Oh, me, no one somehow, and I was who I can't look at you, I can't look at you, you don't know how to feel, you don't know how to feel, so get your perfect. You don't know how
try, still they see road. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite you to another Afrobeat Academy session. Who say Afrobeat die, they must hear. Who say Ababi Etano day among us?